Rock 108. Hey, it's Ned hanging out here in the studio, and you know me. I'm a video gamer. I love playing video games. I love talking about video games. I love reading about video games. But the other thing I do, too, is also listen to video games and get excited about the future, especially retro stuff, Intellivision, Atari, whatever you name it. Well, did you know that Intellivision is on its way back with a brand new console called Amico? And I've got the man that's spearheading the whole damn thing. We're once again back here on Rock 108 Radio. It's Tommy Tallarico. What's up, man?
Hey, thanks for having me on again.
Absolutely, dude. It's such a pleasure to talk to you because, again, I read books and all this stuff about video games, and I see your name every once in a while. So having you on the phone is kind of surreal for me.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And all the G4 stuff in the past, too. But Intellivision, hell yeah, man. It's so cool. What got you to look at Intellivision and say, this needs to kind of come back in a brand new way?
Yeah, well, Intellivision was my machine growing up, so that's, there's so much passion there for it. And, when we were growing up, our generation, we used to play video games together. We'd play with our parents or our friends would come over. Maybe it was a brother or sister. And games used to be such a social thing, all in the same room together. Yeah. And then, in the late 90s, when the internet kind of crept into the video game industry, multiplayer gaming now meant a kid in a dark room with their headphones on. Yeah. And so we saw it kind of come back a little bit with the Wii, right? Where there's simple games that anyone can play. Like my mom bought a Wii, right? A lot of non-gamers bought a Wii, but that was 13 years ago. And then when mobile snuck in about 10 years ago, then all of the casual games kind of went over to mobile. But the problem with mobile is it's a very solitary device and a solitary experience. So every single person who's playing casual games now is playing by themselves. So what Amico is, and Amico is the Italian word for friend, what we're bringing back is that kind of family, fun, simple, affordable entertainment all in the same room together, that couch co-op or local multiplayer as they call it, and bring it all back so that everyone can play no matter what your skill level.
That's awesome, man. And even today when, because I'm kind of old schooler as well, too, like this weekend even, I had a friend over and we had an online game, Friday the 13th, actually. We were playing Friday the 13th, the new version, and we still took our PlayStation 4s, two TVs next to each other, and that's what I kind of picture when you talk about the Intellivision Amico.
Yeah, well, you don't need two TVs, though.
No, yeah. It's all
and you don't need two consoles.
Yeah,
what's cool about it is it's the first video game system in over 25 years that comes with two controllers. Imagine that. And so not only does it have two controllers, though, you can also hook up to 8 mobile devices. You download the free app. You can hook up to 8 mobile devices right to the machine, right out of the box. So, and the whole thing's around $200. It comes with 5 premium games on board. The controllers are super unique because it's a combination between a colored touch screen and our patented disc and arcade buttons, and it's got a speaker and a microphone and a gyroscope and an accelerometer, force feedback, RFID across the whole system. Yeah. So it's really like a controller like you've never seen before. Super. And you get 2 of them, and you can hook up to 8 mobiles. We don't allow M-rated games or teen-rated games on the system. So no blood, no violence, no, all the other stuff can do that. We're really targeted, kind of the family entertainment.
That's awesome, man. Especially, and again, when you said that, just bringing those families together and playing games together. Again, that's kind of the old school way how our generation kind of did it. And yeah, when you think about playing online games, and I remember watching your launch video that you did, things can get overly complicated. With the button layouts and all this stuff, when I try to play a game with, say, my dad or something like that, there's no way, absolutely no way he can do it. So when I see something like this, maybe opening up on Christmas next year or something like that, he'll be able to plug it in and just, boom, we understand it.
That's right. You'll be able to open it actually on 10/10/2020 of next year. That's the big launch date worldwide. And you're absolutely right. I mean, that was kind of the spark for me to want to create this, is that I was so sick, and I've been in the video game industry over 30 years, worked on over 350 games. And over the last 10 years, it's like I go to all these conferences and conventions, and I look around, gosh, there's nothing that I could play with my mom and dad anymore.
Right.
Not a single thing.
Yeah.
You know, and you're right. You put a PlayStation 4 controller in my dad's hands, and he has a panic attack. I mean, dual analog stick, strafing, shoulder buttons, two sets of them. Hey, mom, hit the Z1 button on the Switch. What? What's the Z1 button? You know, so we've done so much to kind of take all of that away. You won't find 3D open world roaming games like that, because that's where you need all those crazy controls. Right. So we're keeping it 2D and 2.5D, which basically means 3D elements, but on just one plane, you know, an XY plane, but with 3D elements in there. So like a game on rails or whatever. But you know, so keeping it fun, but you know, having all the sports and recreation games. Not only, you know, like Wii Bowling was so big, right? Yeah. But we're doing that times 10. We got bowling and cornhole and shuffleboard and bocce and pool and darts, all using kind of the motion controls along with baseball, football, soccer, hockey, word games, board games, big licenses, stuff for little kids, educational stuff, card games, dice games, and of course, we call it Retro Reimagined, where I went and I got all the greatest licenses of all time, everything from Asteroids and Frogger to Burger Time and Moon Patrol and Missile Command and you name it. And we're reimagining all those games, so doing them all brand new with new graphics, new sound, a bunch of new levels, and making them all co-op as well. So multiplayer Missile Command, multiplayer Frogger, multiplayer both in co-op and versus mode. So we really have something for everybody.
I'm excited that you said co-op, because there's so many games out there today that really are all about like team based and like defeating another this, defeating another that. And it seems like the co-op aspect of everything is really starting to kind of shy away. And that disappoints me, because I like playing games with my friends like on a team and not like and working together to beat the CPUs, not beat other players. Popular games like Overwatch, Fortnite, whatever it may be. I'm like, I just want to play a game and just work together to get to like what is a preset goal kind of thing. And I feel like with the co-op aspect, there you go.
It's teamwork. It's teamwork, you know, and that's fun to complete something together with people. And again, if it's a non-gamer, it's even that much more, you know, exciting. Like they feel like they contributed as well, and it's not just, oh yeah, let me watch you, you know, kill 50 people in Call of Duty, and I'm sitting there watching, you know. So it's something where they can get involved. You know, over the last 5 years, the board game industry has gone up 40% each year for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Why is that? Wait, why is that? Because there's no video games that non-gamers can play together. People say, well, there's Coach Co-op on the Switch, you know, something like Smash Brothers. Really? Is your mom playing Smash Brothers? Because mine's not. Maybe they can get together and beat the hell out of each other. I don't know. But, you know, so there's, you know, again, there's Mario Karts and this and that. But the reality is that, you know, the Nintendo Wii did 102 million units worldwide. It was the third biggest home console of all time. The Switch is not even half of that. It's about half of it, actually. And so the people who purchased a Wii didn't go, you know, those non-gamers who purchased a Wii didn't go and buy the Switch, right? My mom who bought a Wii didn't buy the Switch. It's not really geared towards that. And the reality is that there's 200 million hardcore gamers in the world, but 3 billion people that play casual games on mobile every day, and there's not a single game for those 3 billion people that they can play together in the same room on the same team and do that. Think about that for a second. How crazy is that? So we're going to fill that gap.
That's a smart way. That's how Nintendo felt when they released the Wii. I mean, like, all right, everyone's going for that hardcore market with Xbox and Sony, but what about that market of the non-gamer? And that's what I feel like you're kind of going for.
Absolutely, 100%. But the thing is that we also have, gamer games as well too.
Oh, yeah.
But the beauty is you can bring a non-gamer along, and they find it easy, and they can contribute as well. So there really is kind of something in there for everyone. It's not just a bunch of like kiddie games.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like really very cool 2D style stuff. In fact, if you want to check it out, you can go to IntellivisionAmico.com, and you can see the trailer there, and we have some of the gameplay footage, and you can find out a whole bunch of info on the thing. And we're just doing all sorts of really cool, cutting edge stuff as a company. See, I can't compete with Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo in regards to power and graphics and things like that, but we can compete with them in ideas.
Yeah.
And we got some really incredible things that we're working on that the video game industry has never done before. And so we're going to be releasing all that information next summer at the big E3 show. So we're kind of doing it a little bit at a time, but there's a lot of info out there about the machine.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really excited about it.
That's very exciting, man. Now, you just kind of dropped a little thing about E3, and if you probably noticed that, they said they're going to kind of rebrand E3 a little bit this year for like influencers and stuff. Did you see that?
Yeah, we're gonna see where that all goes. Last year, Sony kind of pulled out of E3, and Blizzard and Activision don't really show up there. And I mean, so I enjoy. I mean, I think it's great. I think bring in more of the public, more of the influencers. I mean, that's really what our marketing is based around. Our go-to-market strategy is based around not necessarily getting to the hardcore gamers, but we're going to be advertising to all the moms out there who have, who have kids that are maybe too young to get on Roblox or the Switch or whatever. And, we're targeting, the Gen Xers like me and millennial young parents and kids. And so, our audience isn't necessarily the folks who watch Ninja, but maybe the people who watch Ellen DeGeneres, and we're going to be in all the retail stores as well, deals with Walmart and GameStop and Amazon and all the, Amazon's not brick and mortar retail, but all the brick and mortar retail stores we're going to be in across Canada, Toys R Us and London Drugs, and everywhere where you buy video games in person, we'll be there.
That's awesome, man. It's a bold strategy, and I absolutely love it. I love what you're kind of doing. And actually, a couple days ago, a coworker of mine was kind of talking about the fact about how his kid wants to play Grand Theft Auto, and obviously that's a big concern with Grand Theft Auto. This one seems like it levels that playing field. Like, you know what? I can't get you Grand Theft Auto, but hey, let's do this. Let's play something for the whole family, and that it's safe content for kids.
Exactly. In fact, our 4 pillars of our company are simple, affordable, family, entertainment. That word spells out safe. SAFE, simple,
nice.
Affordable, family, entertainment. And that's really what we're going for. And the great thing is, any digital version of our game, because we have digital and physical media, but all of the games in digital format, they're all $9.99 or less.
That's
so
great.
We're passing the savings along to the customer and the consumer. Our whole goal is to build trust and to build value. And we also curate every single game on the system to ensure that it's super high quality. So we don't just let any yahoos upload their crappy game onto our system like you see with Steam and even the Switch. And there's games on the Switch for 49 cents. I swear I'm like, what the hell?
They're junk.
Mobile is a wasteland, a cesspool of mediocrity now. So we have strict curation and the digital games all $9.99 or less, and then we'll have physical media as well, which will sell in the stores, which will be a little more expensive than that. But they'll all be limited editions, so it'll really be worth having these collectible things. And some of the big announcements we've made too is that we're doing exclusively on Amico. We're doing the the brand new Earthworm Jim game, and I got the original team all back together, the 10 of us, because I was one of the original members of the team.
Yeah.
So it's 25 years later, we're all getting back together and creating a brand new Earthworm Jim game together exclusively for Amico.
Oh, that's so cool, man. Are you doing the music for it, I assume?
Hell yeah.
All right, you should. Now, how did that kind of come about? How did you get the whole team together? Did you just start sending out phone calls? Did you purchase Shiny Entertainment? How did that go?
No, we're all good friends. We've all remained, you know, back then when we were creating those games, like Disney's Aladdin just got released on the Switch, our old Genesis game.
Yeah.
And if you pick up that game, you'll see in the behind the scenes all of us. It's the whole Earthworm Jim team. We're all there being interviewed and this and that. So yeah, we've all stayed very close over the years. We've always kind of talked about it, and now when I became CEO of Intellivision a couple years ago, we said, hey guys, let's make this a reality and really kind of blow it up. In fact, a lot of the original artists and animators for Earthworm Jim work for Intellivision. So I went and I started just hiring all the top people in the industry to come work for us in-house.
Oh, that's cool, man. And the last Earthworm Jim game that was made of that's not like the HD remaster. It's like 3D on Nintendo 64, if I'm correct, right?
That was awful.
Yeah,
that was a 3D one. No, yeah, our team did 1 and 2, and then this company out of Scotland called Viz did the third one. Had nothing to do with us at all. So don't blame us for that one. But yeah, so we've been waiting for a long time to come up with something really unique, really cool. And the Intellivision is the only machine we can do it on because of our unique controller. The fact that everybody in the room has a screen on their controller. Think about that. Think about all the secrets and data and clues and, to really kind of work together as a team or have fun, as a team, or to battle each other with information. There's so many game design things that we're doing that were never possible before on any video game platform.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said Earthworm Jim 3 obviously going to be exclusive to Amico.
Yep.
That's cool, man. There's your selling point right there. Like, hey, we have Earthworm Jim 3, dudes. I don't tell you.
Well, I tell you what, you look on our trailer, our latest trailer, if you go to IntellivisionAmico.com, and at the end of that trailer, you'll see one game. You'll see something very interesting. I haven't announced it yet officially, but you tell me what you think it is.
Oh, God, now I have to go look. I got to know.
I know it's a franchise that everyone listening to this, whoever played video games in the early 90s, they'll know what this is. And again, I got the original team back together for that one as well.
Oh, my God. This seems like such like a dedicated platform to just fans of video, like not like today's video. I'm talking like fans of the actual art of video games.
Exactly. There's no one in our company that's like a suit.
Yeah.
It's like what I did when I kind of took over at Intellivision. I just started, because like I said, I've been in the industry 30 years. I just started sniping all of the best people in the industry, the passionate people, the people that I've worked with that are the best of the best. And when I explain this dream and vision to them, they all get it. They're like, oh my God. So we have people leaving EA and Capcom and Namco and Konami and Sega and Nintendo and Sony. They've all left their big paying jobs to come and help me build this. We have actually 600 years of video game experience just on our core executive team. Our lead producer, Jason Enos, he was a producer of all the Metal Gear Solid games, Silent Hill, Dance Dance Revolution, Castlevania, Contra, just to name a few. So many incredible people on the team. It's pretty unbelievable.
Oh, man, I'm so curious to see what's going to be coming of this, man. It's awesome. And another thing I kind of compare it to, when you were kind of saying that you were sniping people from Sega, Nintendo, corporate, whatever it may be, is that I think about Amico and I think about like today's modern video game landscape where and just in general of everything's corporate, everything's run by a big guy in a suit or something like that. And then you compare it to like, say, like the craft beer world or the small business world. I'm like, I feel like Intellivision's there, and it's going to get popular because of that reason, because everyone's going to say, you know, F the man, dude, check out Amico.
That's right. Well, you know, and we're all based around passion. Yeah. And even though we don't have official suits in the company, a lot of us, all the executive team, we're smart, successful business people as well, but we're gamers first and we're creators at first. And yeah, you know, I think you're right. I mean, people look at us like, if, you know, like it's like David versus Goliath. We're Rocky Balboa, right? There's like, you know, you can find things online, you know, message boards online are like, they're crazy, they're stupid. How can anyone ever go up against Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, and blah, blah, blah. This thing's going to fail. Yeah, welcome to the internet, right? Yeah. But I love that stuff. That fuels my fire. It's like, okay, good, because when we do come out, when we are a big success, people will look back and go, holy crap, the little guys did it. Wow, and I think they're going to root for us. And you know the other great thing? Intellivision Amico, created and designed in the United States of America.
There you go. Damn it, Tommy, now I want a t-shirt that says I believe in Amico.
That's right.
You got to make
those,
you know,
we want to know something cool about the talking about t-shirts. We just announced this a couple of weeks ago when we launched our new website. Is that we have these t-shirts on the store on our website, and they're AR t-shirts, augmented reality t-shirts, which means when our big 40th anniversary is coming up on December 3rd. Yeah. So what you'll be able to do is we're going to have you'll be able to download an app, and you point it at the t-shirt. Okay. And the whole t-shirt comes alive in augmented reality, animated 3D, and every month we're going to put a new game demo on the t-shirt, and you can actually play a little bit of the game right from your phone in 3D.
That's unique as hell. I've never heard of something like that.
That's right. We're just breaking all the rules, and we don't care.
That's so cool, man. You have such a unique vision, and I'm day one, man, right away. Absolutely.
I'll tell you something else I think you'll really love too, because again, it's about creating it, you know, for the people, for the families, stuff like that, not being greedy, not being, you know, we just want to create something amazing and fun. Sure. Like I mentioned earlier, our whole system has RFID in it, meaning radio frequency identification. Okay. What that means is I can take one of my controllers, I go over your house, I tap it on your machine, and guess what? We can now play all of my games on your system. That's how cool.
That was such a big issue. Like when PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out, people were freaking out because, like, you know, you can't rent games or you can't share your games with friends. That's a big thing, man. That's huge.
Sure, and I got to tell you, I've only scratched the surface of all the cool, amazing, kind of industry-changing things that we're doing here. I mean, our whole system has LED lights on it, the controllers, the system itself. So, you know, completely new ways to play games. Imagine, like, you know, the disc. And again, you can see kind of some of this stuff if you go on our YouTube page or our Facebook page, where as we're creating the system, we release some of these videos, and you can see the directional disc, and it lights up and it glows like energy. Yeah. Imagine like opening a door in an RPG, you know, a co-op RPG. And it's like kind of like a Simon game where everybody has to press a different color on their disc or something, you know? So much fun stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, again, fun. That's the big thing, is fun. And lately with games too, I've had a very difficult time playing games online because of the fact of, like, this guy has been playing Fortnite 80,000 hours per day, and I play for 3, and I suck, and I suck because I'm not good enough, and I don't have fun. That's the big problem, is that there's a lot of games that just aren't fun because they're so dependent on your skill level, and it's like, I just want to pop in a game and play, man. That's all I want to do.
That's right. We have something that we call the Karma Gaming Engine, and what that means is that it's a real-time, interactive, on the on-the-fly handicapping system. So, for example, because that was a big issue that we wanted to fix in the industry as well. You just mentioned it. So how about this? Let's say you come over my house and you've never played the machine before, and I'll take the example of Pong, because we're actually doing this, where we're playing Pong together, but I've been playing for 6 months. So typically in a normal video game situation, you would have 0% chance of beating me. Zero, right? Because I own the game and I've played it and you're playing it for the first time. Well, with the Karma gaming engine, what happens is if I score 3 times in a row on you, my paddle shrinks and yours gets bigger. So it keeps adjusting to where you play. So now a grandfather could play with a hardcore gamer, his hardcore gamer, teenage grandson, and he could win. The grandpa can win, right? And so it's an equalizer. Or if there's somebody in last place, we give them a hint on their controller that no one else can see to help them along, get better as they go. Or if there's somebody in first place because they're really, really good, having the AI kind of aggressively go after that person a little harder. So everybody's on equal ground, and it's fun,
Fun is the key word there. Fun is the key word. And I think what you just told me with the Karma engine, that's going to, again, kind of level that playing field again for people to enjoy. Because people, if you start losing 9,000 times, you just start getting angry. It's like, this is stupid. Why would I play this anymore? But if you have this Karma engine, it kind of levels it out for everyone. That's going to keep people playing, keep people trying, and keep people motivated.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, bringing people together, right? When you play a board game, everybody's kind of on the same level. Yeah. It's not like, oh, I'm playing this board game, but I'm 10 times better than you. It's like, what fun is that? Where's the challenge? Where's the community there, Yeah. And the other thing, too, when you get you get a little older, I was playing Red Dead 2 over the holidays, the past Christmas, and I'm like sitting there. First of all, it took me like 12 hours to download the game, and update all the firmware and all that stuff, right? God. That was fun. Yeah. But then you're playing the game, and then it's like you're there 5-6 hours, and when you get to be older, it's kind of like, gosh, the dog wants to go for a walk, my wife's downstairs, the kids want to go. You start to feel guilty, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
And that's the thing. Gaming, modern gaming, is associated with guilt. Also, giving your young kid a screen to shut him up in the 3-hour car ride, that constitutes, there's some guilt there as well, because as a parent, you're like, oh, God, I don't want my kid on the screen all the time, right?
Right, yeah.
What we're not selling guilt. All the other folks are selling that. What we're selling is time with family and friends, right? Yeah. You never feel guilty about that. And I challenge you, I guarantee if you were to think back your whole life, what was the some of your best video game moments ever? I guarantee it was when there were other people in the same room with you. Maybe it was GoldenEye in the N64, or Mario Kart, or Bomberman, or maybe it was when you're a young kid playing some of the old stuff. But it was always, our best memories are when people are together playing games and they're on the same level. Has that happened to you over the last 20 years? Well, like you said, you had to drag your friend over, set up 2 TVs, this is insanity.
It's too much, man. Why do I have to do all that?
Well, you don't have to do it anymore. 10-10-20-20 Intellivision Amico.
Oh my gosh, man, I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say. It captures it, man. That's so cool, man. I am so excited. 10-10, you said 10-10-220, right?
10-10-2020. Yep, October 10th next year. We're less than a year away.
Oh man, I'm guessing you're gearing up. You're ready to go. I mean, you probably just want to get this thing out on the shelves, don't you?
We got a lot of work to do, but the system itself will come with 5 premium games on it already, and then we're going to have about 30 to 40 games ready to go in the store on day one. And we're going to come out with a new game every 10 days.
Every 10 days. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, and only one game at a time. One game at a time. We don't release 20 games at a time. One game at a time every 10 to 12 days.
And they're, like you said, under $10 each if you buy them digitally, maybe a little bit more in the stores. Which, speaking of in the stores, and I'll probably wrap it up here. We've been we could chat all day, but you said that they're going to be physical copies. Is it like a CD, a cart? What is it?
We can't tell you because we're still patenting it, so I can't mention it until next summer. But I can tell you this: it's something so unique and so cool and so collectible, and no one's ever done it before. So we're really excited about it.
Well, you're piquing my curiosity all over the place, man. Jeez. Okay, one last question, and I'll let you go and let you. By the way, it's snowing in Iowa. Is it? I'm guessing you're in California right now, right?
Sunny Southern California, Orange County, California, away from the fires, thankfully. But loving the perfect weather.
It's like cold and death here. Hooray, Iowa! But you were in Dubai about a week ago, and you toured the Ferrari place. How was that?
Oh, it was great. I'm a big Ferrari guy, Ferrari fan, and that was my 5th time there to Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. I was out there on business in Dubai. Talking with investors and distributors and things like that. Then I went over to India as well. But yeah, the Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi is unbelievable because it has the fastest roller coaster in the world. It goes from 0 to 300 kilometers per hour in under 2 seconds. You literally have to wear like this stuff eye protecting because your face the G's. You see all those spaceship things where their cheeks are wobbling. That's what it looks like when you hit this thing. It's unbelievable. You check it out on YouTube. Just put in Ferrari World fastest roller coaster. You'll see it. It's unbelievable.
I'm checking that out, man. Tommy, it was such a pleasure to talk to you. Hopefully I get to talk to you again, maybe around the time Amico hits the stores, and we'll chat about it and see what's going on, man.
Absolutely. Let's do it for sure. And I can't wait for you to play this thing and play it with your friends and be able to get together with your friends and family and play video games in the same room together. How cool is that going to be?
As long as I don't have to haul 2 TVs and 2 game consoles, I'm already sold.
You will not you will not have to do that.
Awesome, man. I'm excited. And I'll let you know, man. I'll do a full review on rock108.com and everything, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Always appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ned.
Absolutely, man. I'll see you, Tommy.